All right, so we're back. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you refreshed yourselves. We have a battle in a magically distended warehouse. The roof is 150 feet high. A series of large metal donuts had clinked down. Lightning raced down the set of like mishmash wires over and through these donuts, materializing this creature. Um, the the battle map has been adjusted how it needs to be. You all can see the dimensions here. I don't think this matters for any of the combatants, but it is technically low light while you're fighting in here, and the the warehouse itself, it does extend beyond just this purple line. However, these are things like stands and that catwalk. And the way that they have worked in the from the pit going to be this more open area would almost be that effect that Bright and even you, Professor, floating around would have experienced, where yes, there's distance, but it seems to be an impossible distance. Sort of like how that wasteland area might work, or other parts here. Even that tunnel where there's distance, but it seems to be something that's not measurable in a traditional fashion. There are many of these spectral, like these mirror shadow things that are in the stands. They're cheering, they're booing, they're clanking weapons, though none of them seem to be fully material. And there is this blue, disjointed, kind of violently adhered together Abishai character, along with this very menacing solid, kind of in this rusty, like it's good armor, but it looks kind of rusty and beaten. Standing by Abishai's side, Miss Mercury was here, but was kind of vanished in a jet of flame, and the initiative will begin as this thing has materialized. It's described as I told you. There seem to be elements of the four of you that are infused inside this tendrily kind of greenish monster. Like overall kind of green. There's some blues and pinks and whatnot too. And then this cylinder kind of retracts back up. I want you all to roll initiative, and I will do the same thing, and then we'll get going.
Mine won't save to the tracker because the token assigned to my sheet is not there. So you have to put it in manually.
I had the highest initiative rolling initiative.
Yes.
I had the lowest initiative rolling initiative.
Oh, Casimir, this is so not like you. Yeah, so we're gonna go. Actually, it's the initiative going down. It's Bright, Mordecai, me, Professor Casimir.
I'm gonna spend a +1 because I have two of those floating. I spent +1.
Oh, all right. That's a good use of a +1. And
because players win ties, it means I go before the monster.
Very good. All right, Professor, then me, and then Casimir. And I will zap off one of your. I will zap off. That was clever, and I'm not a spiteful DM enough to say, well, I can do it too, because you got me on that, and I like those sort of surprises. It keeps me on my toes. So let's use a cipher +1. All right. So, Bright, Mordecai, Professor Cypherius, me, then Casimir. You have this kind of arena. I mean, you can fly in it. There is a very tall ceiling. How anything interacts with the stands, or even this Abishai and bodyguard or something. Any of the rest of the area. But yeah, here's our battlefield. It's somewhat close quarters fighting, and take us away, Bright. What would you like to do?
Right, you might be muted.
I'm muted.
Oh, there we go.
So the first thing I'm going to do is say, Mordecai, I might need a heal. I know we just started the battle, but I'm coming in a little under strength. And then the second thing I'm going to do is, sorry for the delay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Hold Monster
Oh, very good.
on the monster.
Okay. That is going to be a
Wisdom
saving throw. Okay. And I need, I have advantage on this. I am going to have a 21.
With +8 wisdom on a tentacle monster?
Yeah.
Well, that's not, and advantage, that's kind of unfair. Okay, well, that'll do. I mean, DC's 18, so it doesn't succeed.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's my time. I'm here all week.
What you see happen, your spell washes over this creature, and it's not the size of your actual skull. I mean, we have your skull as, as the actual 1-to-1, but the bright face that's kind of like pressing itself through the skin, opening its mouth, kind of twisting its head, becomes a little bit more defined in this creature. As your spell washes over it. Now, whether that's good or bad, but you cast a spell on it, and the you inside of it is becoming clearer to define.
Okay. So, while we're on the subject of gnome cunning, do I still get to use it while I'm in Flameskull form, or is that only or do I just have my Flameskull perks instead?
I would say because it's called cunning, you'd be allowed to, because you still have your brain. It's not a part of your physical, like gnomes aren't anti-magic themselves. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'd say you can use it because of just you've studied magic. You're onto its tricks.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm not gonna move very far. I'm gonna be about 10 feet up, so that I'm still in Mordecai's reach if he needs to touch me.
Okay.
So maybe not 10 feet, maybe like 8 feet, but that would be in the 10-foot height range. Okay, that's all.
Next is Mordecai. What are you doing?
Yeah, what you doing, Mordecai?
Who else is hurt besides Bright and me?
And I am. I'm at half my.
Then, yeah, I'm popping off a mass cure wounds. And it's going to be centered right there. And everybody's gonna get that. I'm gonna do that with a level.
Yes, I will take my 2 HP.
I'm gonna do that with my level 6 spell slot.
Okay.
48 then.
So 38 total?
That's
28.
28 total.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better than nothing. Actually, that's quite a bit better than nothing.
That puts me back at full.
Okay.
Mordecai, as you cast this spell, the skull of your face writhing under this thing's weird flesh also becomes a little bit more defined, in the area that it's sort of like swirling under, like out the side of its neck like area, kind of becomes a bruisey blue.
Wait, what?
Anything else?
Wait, say that again? Completely spaced.
This creature has the 4 of you as sort of like skull-like features, kind of like pressing against its skin on, from inside of it. And you cast your spell, and what happens is the skull that would look more like you, because there's like the indication of some horns where it's like pressing and moving and opening its mouth under this kind of rubbery flesh, grows more distinctly like you, and the skin becomes kind of a bruised blue instead of this kind of green.
Oh. I'm not sure I like that. Popping off a bit of a musical note at Casimir for inspiration.
Okay. Anything else in your turn, Mordecai?
I think that does it for me. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Noted. This would bring us to Professor Cypherius. What do?
It's what is it? It's immediately getting one of those.
Okay.
And then it's going to be taking 3 other spots. Crit on a 19 or a 20. None of those are those.
The last 2 hit.
Okay. 37 points of damage.
Noted.
As I deal extra damage on a hit equal to my proficiency modifier. And yeah, that is my action and my bonus action, so that's all I'm going to do right now.
Okay. I get to do something.
Oops. Is there any noteworthy change on the monster when the Eldritch Blast?
No.
Okay, that's interesting.
I mean, it was impacted. It didn't like that. So it roars with all your faces. Although the 4 that are under its skin make a really kind of muffled, gross, gurgly roar.
Yeah, of course. But I meant something like faces glowing or changing color. You know, all the things that happen when Mordecai and I cast spells.
Oh. No, nothing like that.
Okay.
We are going to go to me, who's gonna... Should I have this thing flop forward? I might. Let me check the range on something real quick. Let's do... Yeah. It's going to move forward. Now, Casimir, this would put its tendrils able to strike you. However, what's going to happen is it's going to give like a shudder, almost like a weird vibration throughout its body that just is like really gross to look at. And I am going to need... Oh, actually, you know what? Darn it, I'm going to have to get even closer to you. You know what, Casimir? You don't even have to move.
Yes, come into my range.
Absolutely, this thing will. But what I need each of you to do is to make a wisdom saving throw as each of you hear... Oh, I love it. That's... we have some impromptu art here from Darkwolf. As each of you hear whispering into your own minds your own voice that is asking that you just sit down.
Is that a magical effect?
Yes, it is. It is
16.
It's a suggestion to more than one person, perhaps indicating that it is a mass suggestion.
16. What's the DC?
I'm gonna use
I'm gonna
my
spend
plus
my other
one.
+1 there to make that an 18.
So am I.
Okay, so we had the professor and Mordecai.
You have inspiration,
have it?
Casimir. You have inspiration from me. It's a D10.
Okay. This better be.
Hey, that's a
So it's
16.
a 17 because I used my plus one.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to write something. That I'm going to answer that in just one moment, as I need to. Unfortunately, not. However, the 18 does clinch it.
Sweet.
Save the
So
inspiration
that,
with that,
that,
right?
that was a spell, was it not?
It is a spell, yes.
As a reaction, I activate my spell reflection. Make it save. Wisdom save.
All right. I will pass.
Get him. Yeah. But hey, it was a shot.
Yeah. You remember all the fun little things that you've you know, I put you through the ringer. You might as well use that stuff back at me. Okay. So this is so it has to sound reasonable. Yeah, I'm not asking you to stab yourself or throw yourself onto a spear. But yeah, so I'm asking you to all simply just sit down.
Okay. So,
Does that count as prone?
Yeah, it would effectively be prone.
so here's the funny thing.
That's just movement.
My contention is that does not sound reasonable to me.
Yeah,
And
Blade
it probably doesn't sound
prone
reasonable
condition.
to the professor either.
It didn't affect me because I managed to save.
Oh,
against
yeah,
it,
you made your
but-
save.
Yeah. In this case, because it's you whispering to yourself, therefore it might be contextualized. It would simply mean like land, like just sit on the ground, like land, just go boop, and be on the ground.
Okay. So, second point of
Okay.
rules lawyering. I
Yeah,
have to
go
be
ahead.
immune to the prone condition.
Okay. So then just
Is it like
you're at 0 feet.
Okay.
You're just like you're on the ground, but you're just not floating, I guess.
Okay. That's fine.
You talked yourself into just rest your jaw on the floor for a minute. It'll be fine.
Okay. There we go.
All right. Boo.
Wait, real quick. Is suggestion a charm effect?
It is.
Oh.
I have advantage.
That means that would have been a natural 20 with the +10. That would be 30. And
But you
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't have rolled.
Yeah, you wouldn't have used the 10 because a 20
I wouldn't
is
have used the
always a
it'd
success.
be a natural it'd be
Yeah.
natural 20.
I would have used the plus one.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
so
an
21.
enchantment, so creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. So yeah, this would be yeah.
Yeah, I have advantage in saving throws against being charmed.
So yeah, that's your natural 20.
Okay.
I passed it. Okay.
And you still have your inspiration because
So
that's
inspiration.
So you didn't just Inuyasha, you don't have to sit down this time.
sweaty.
Now, what I do need you to do, Casimir, as it is going to be the start of your turn,
Mhm.
I need you to 1 second. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. This is not a charm effect. However, you are... okay, go ahead and make it, and I'll describe what happens. Okay. That will not be enough. If you want to use your D10 on this one, you can. That's up to you. Oh, we go from green to red.
That's
It's Christmas
I can't
time
make
in
saves.
hell.
I can't make saves.
All right. On a failed save, the creature has disadvantage for 1 minute on Wisdom and Charisma checks and on Wisdom and Charisma saves. At the start of each of your
have that
turns...
naturally.
Well, I can do things at the start of each of my turns, and you can... on a successful save, you're immune. This... I will double check. This is just a static effect, as per this aura that you that you are in. There is a thing that I can do on every turn, but in this aura, this is for 1 minute. On a failed save, a creature has disadvantage for 1 minute on Wisdom and Charisma checks and on Wisdom and Charisma saves. So there you go. Now, what's causing this is you are hearing and almost feeling these like gnashing things underneath its skin, yourself and the others, that are just writhing inside of this creature, and it is causing your psyche to fracture, maybe even further if it already is, as you are inside this thing's aura of mind erosion. Alright. That said, it doesn't affect your AC or to hit or anything. It just means that your mind is a little bit more fragile to maybe give you a wet willy of the damned with one of the tentacles. What do you do, Casimir?
I'm gonna hit it.
Naturally, alright. Your first battle axe is dashed away by a lock of pink hair at the end of one of these things' tendrils. The second one does hit.
Okay. Lots of Slayer as well.
Mm-hmm.
And bonus action kill it.
Okay, that hits as well.
And that'll be it for now.
Okay, so 22 damage total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bright?
Yeah.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you hear these dissonant like voices of anguish and insanity and just an otherworldliness on the verge of reality that are rippling even into your on-fire mind.
Huh. Are those... Would you say that those are almost like dissonant whispers?
Um...
I guess you don't have to tell me that. Okay. What is it? Wisdom save?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw for being in this creature's aura.
Oh, for being in the aura. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh, but I have advantage. So 26. Well, I might have advantage. I have advantage if it is a spell or magical effect.
I don't know offhand if an aura... I mean, it's like magical, but things like in 3rd edition, like spell-like abilities or supernatural abilities aren't distinguished.
Yeah,
I don't know if stuff like paladin auras or monster auras are treated like spells for this.
I mean, it's magical if it duplicates the effect of a spell, or if it says it's magical in its description.
It doesn't say that this is a magical, like, compulsion or enchantment. It doesn't have those tags. And its spellcasting is on a separate line than what this aura is.
Okay.
And I don't think there's a spell that, I don't think there's a spell that does what this does, which is just an auto disadvantage on those 2 checks for a minute.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I fail. Probably.
Okay. Okay. Then you have disadvantage for 1 minute on wisdom and charisma checks and on wisdom and charisma saves. There you go.
Okay.
As you're
Okay.
hearing like this echo of yourself like whisper, but it's just like an otherworldly like pss, 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 that's really kind of like cracking into your skull and distracting you.
Okay. So, it's basically like ASMR ear licking. Then.
Yeah, it's just
So
yeah,
gross.
it's like extra planar ASMR. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So is that my turn though, or
Yeah, that happens at the beginning of your turn.
Okay. Well, that's not so bad. So, although, so now the mass suggestion that stops me from moving, basically, right? I mean, I'm planted here on the ground.
Yeah, because you're told to sit, and that sounded like a good idea.
Okay. And I don't. Well, I get freed when I take damage, but it hasn't damaged me. So, poop. Poop-de-poop poop. Okay. I suppose the thing to
It's
do.
mass suggestion, yes.
Yeah.
The effect is mass suggestion.
Yeah.
Considering it said to sit once you land, it didn't say to stay there. So you're forced to spend the movement, but after that the spell ends on you because you completed the activity
I mean,
that
it's
you
not.
failed to save for.
It's not a geese. It's not a command. I don't know. If I were DM, I'd roll that it's still in effect, but I'll leave it up to Maddie. He's in charge.
That, I mean, the implication was unless something happens to break it, you're sitting there. So I may not have said the specific words, but, you know, stay a while and listen. And maybe that's the suggestion, but then with the implication of sitting. But yeah, it's effectively just chill out. Just let me whisper insanity into your minds.
Okay. All right. So in that case, I guess. Boy, do I hate to have to waste spell or waste turns on things like this. I guess the next. That's so sad. There's so few things I can do here. Alright, I guess I'll just, I'll cast Blur.
Okay.
That's a Flame Skull perk, rather than a spell that I actually know, but it is a spell that I should have access to.
Okay.
So, I cast Blur, and that's my action, and I can't move, so, yeah, that's my turn. That was, sorry for not being more useful.
Do you know what level Blur is offhand? Like just
2.
2?
It's a level 2
Okay.
spell.
I thought it was a lower level one. Okay. So there are now. Wait, is it several brights, or are you like flashing between the ethereal and material plane?
Nope, that's mirror image and blink.
Oh.
Blur is just it's just blurriness. The attackers have disadvantage on attacks against me.
Okay.
That's all.
Like the displacement beast, displacement style thing.
Okay. You cast this spell, and the flesh around the bright skull, like as it presses against, and it like opens its mouth, and the skin around there is turning a little bit pink. Okay. Mordecai,
How interesting.
I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
Okay.
Maddie, can I look and see
Mhm.
if the bright that's embedded in the monster is also blurred? Or is it just becoming more formed?
I don't think there'd be a way to tell if it's blurred if it's inside still. Like it's pressing against the coating, but it is becoming more defined.
Okay.
It's certainly a bigger version of your skull. It's more because this thing is bigger than all of you. But yeah, you're seeing more of yourself, and it's starting to take on that patch of skin is sort of bruising in a pink.
Okay. So, actually kind of the opposite of blurred. when you think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. It's becoming clarified.
Oh, Mordecai.
Oh,
Mordecai, that's another
no.
red number.
Die.
Mordecai's rolling one-sided dice today.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's a
Oh, no,
20-sided
I-
die. It's still 20 sides, just that they all say 1. That's okay. So same thing, Mordecai. These maddening things, like your favorite song, except it's like sung in reverse. Your mind is being eroded away, and for the next minute, you have disadvantage on wisdom and charisma checks and on wisdom and charisma saves.
And this
Mordecai,
doesn't
I
count
didn't
as
know.
a charm effect.
No.
It does not have a magical school tag. So, I mean, if it did, it would probably fall somewhere under that. But this is by being exposed to its presence more than it's casting a spell.
Boof.
This is
Mordecai,
just like a
I-
wart in reality.
Mordecai, I didn't know you had the D2020.
I want this thing out of my face. I want to rain down holy beams of light on it.
Sure.
And more or less centered on the creature itself, because it's only like a 20-foot radius?
30-foot radius.
30-foot radius.
It's large. It's very large. I'd probably suggest setting it at the back so that you catch it.
Yeah. I'm going to create a circle. I'm mostly going to have it centered on this point right here.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, a 17 doesn't beat your 21. So...
Nope, I have a 21. That's 29 points of radiant damage.
Okay. And what level spell was this, by the way?
5.
Okay. All right.
Oh no.
Anything else from you, Mordecai?
Nope, that should do it.
Ooh.
It's not taking and flinging the spell slots back at us, is it? Oh no.
Centered on that.
Understood. All right. Mordecai, a thin veil of light separates you from this thing, but hey, you know what? It might be an inch, it might be a mile. You're not taking that damage.
Okay. Yes, that is a level 5 spell slot.
All right, noted. Professor Cypherius, or I'm sorry, Mordecai, was there anything else that you needed to do?
I'm inspiring Casimir again.
Oh.
And it's basically dancing around with this new wand in his hand. Kind of singing from the ground. Not really dancing, I suppose doing a shimmy.
Very good. Professor, this is unfortunately not a spell at which you can reflect, as otherworldly whispers are burrowing their way into your brain. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I have to save against it anyway, so... Oh,
no.
That's not enough. Do I have something that I can use to get that? I don't have mind blank, so no. So I'm at the disadvantage as well.
Yep.
Right, second verse same as the first then, except this time I'm replacing the Hexblade's curse with one of these. Hexing its strength.
Okay. And that just manifests, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So, hey, Casimir. Guess what's a strength check?
I guess.
Now,
Tell me, because I don't know what you're referring to.
Grapples.
grapples. Grappling is
Ooh,
a
You're a medium creature and it's gargantuan, though. I don't think there's a path.
No, it wasn't for me. It's for Derpy Snake.
Derpy snake.
yeah, derpy snake. Right. So it's now going to be taking 3 Eldritch Blasts.
But I can work with this.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
Crit.
crit, 18 and 13.
All of those.
So
will
she's
hit
a
it.
31, a 29, and a 24. So there's that. There's this. There's that. Now. This is also plus my my Hexblade's curse damage, plus my Hex damage. So 28, 36, 44, 48, 57 points of damage.
Okay. It took those blasts. Your math equations and stuff that are shooting out of you, these improbable shapes, these impossible geometries, tear into this thing and are certainly battering the flesh. Like the Mordecai skull kind of like presses out and you clock it with force damage back into the interior of its body. Okay.
Does it have to make concentration checks on that mass suggestion?
If
It's
it's
a
a spell, it
concentration
should.
spell. It is a oh wait, no, it's 24 hours. Nope, no concentration required for that one.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else from you, Professor?
No.
Okay.
Let me see. Hold on. I just need to do very quick measuring. Yeah, no, not really gonna help me. That's fine. Yep, that's all.
Okay. This creature is next going to turn its several faces, scanning over you all. It's rather upset at some of the actions that have been taken, and is going to cause like a distortion ripple in reality here as the air sort of bends around. And off of this point here, I'm going to need both Casimir and Mordecai, let's see, to make a wisdom saving throw against confusion.
Is this a spell that it's casting?
This is a spell, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a counter spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are going to have to make an ability check because this is a 4th level spell.
Okay, that's fine. I'm using a 3rd level spell slot on it,
Yeah.
so. DC equals 14. Okay.
Yep.
And that's an intelligence check?
It is. So not affected by the aura.
Yeah, but I'm just seeing if I get add any proficiencies or anything to it. I don't believe that I do. I just want to make sure.
No.
Ability check using spellcasting ability. Okay. 24.
Nice.
Oh yeah, no, that spell's going bye-bye.
Okay. Sure. You, because you can take a reaction while seated, or otherwise having having insane ASMR pouring into your brain case, and you disrupt this thing as it continues to try and weave itself into your minds and consciences. Pooh. That took an action.
Is that the end of its turn?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't get anything cool like a little bonus action.
Constitution save versus Dawn, because it's still in the light.
It's still in the light.
Yeah. That is going to be a 24.
Ooh, that'll make it.
Well, it takes half this time.
Okay.
So that'll be 13.
14.
13, because it's 27 minus 1 to
yeah.
26, half to 13.
Okay. In this chain of events, I mean, you see Bright's section gets a little pinker, a little bit more. You're actually starting to see like a little like hand pressing up against the face on the interior of this thing now, as it's sort of like writhing and opening its mouth, and you're seeing like a little hand press through. Yeah, and it takes some more. It's certainly having an effect. Like the flesh is bubbling under the microwaves of this dawn spell. Okay. Anything else at the end of this thing's turn, or are we moving on to Casimir?
That should be everything, unless somebody else has something.
All right. If not, Casimir, start of your turn. What are you doing?
Summon Derpy Snake.
All right.
He's the giant constrictor snake. I want him right here.
Whoop.
Ow, my neck.
Is he a large or huge creature?
Huge.
Huge.
Huge creature.
Which means grapple could get you.
He's gonna get cooked by the dawn, but
Yeah. How much health does he have? He has 60 hit points.
that's a couple turns if you can get in there like immediately.
Where are you dropping him now?
Right here, I think.
There. Is that good?
So you can do some grappling. So I'm gonna have him go before I do. He's going to make a trick attack. Just +6 to hit. 20 + 6.
Oh, that's a crit.
Hey. Snake gets a crit. Yeah.
Great number.
This is not a magical attack either. So.
Roll to the 8 + 4. 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And the target is grappled with a DC escape of 16. He's also
Of which
restrained.
it has disadvantage on.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, he's too strange.
Now that he's restrained, I get advantage on attacks.
The summoning takes your action. You can't attack this turn.
Has a bonus action attack though.
I have a bonus action. Okay.
Bring it.
Oh, okay.
Offhand can only be used when you're using your attack action.
It's my
So you roll the tail whip. The tail whip.
It's considered an offhand attack, isn't it?
That's up to Maddie.
Yeah, is it?
Normally you can only use a dual wield attack when you take the regular attack action. Right?
Yeah, so it'll depend on whether the tail is being treated as dual wield or if it's kind of like a martial arts thing where.
Yeah.
I think we were doing it as an offhand for you, because you were making attacks with your axe and then you were stabbing with the tail.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd have to go
Okay.
full out in order to use it.
That's fine though. What could I do? What's bonus action?
And unfortunately, you can't cast Hunter's Mark at the moment because you already cast the spell this turn. That cost a spell slot. And you don't have cantrips.
I do have freebies actually.
Oh, do you?
I have from the Demon Lords. I have Hunter's. Well, I can't do Hunter's Mark because it's concentration, but I do have freebie spells. I think they're all concentration though.
And they probably also all cost an action. Because you don't, you do still have to obey the timing restriction.
Oh, one up. Free. I have freebie hunter's mark. I have bee sense, which is action, and then slow is action.
Yeah. So there's not really anything you can do at the moment. However, it is restrained for me to proceed to shoot the hell out of.
Mhm.
So
Just double checking.
Is it restrained or just grappled?
it's
It's
restrained.
grappled and restrained.
Oh,
Restrained.
okay.
Yeah, because
Hell yeah.
Papa Snaku inflicted them conditions.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be snake.
It's kind of weird how it's restrained just because the snake grabbed the tip of one of its tentacles.
No. It'd be snake who like wrapped around his tentacles and his legs and just pins it.
It feels the weight of the ancient constrictor snake god.
Yeah, my turn. That's his turn then.
Then
Okay.
it right.
Okay. So how high does the monster reach? Like, how tall is it?
30 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and rise 30 feet up into the air,
Okay.
which I can do because it was all an act. I'm actually immune to charm.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, you fooled me. That's who you got to fool, so you win.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
That's fantastic.
Oh, dear. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and cast a sunbeam.
Ooh.
Which is new. I've never gotten to use it before. I've had
Ah.
it prepared for apparently the past 50 years, and I've never used it. But this time I'm using it, and it's DC 18 con save for either that or for half.
21 is going to get it because it's 13 plus, not the 8 on the die, but it does get an 8 to this.
Right.
Okay.
And okay, so that's just 15 damage then,
Okay.
and that's a concentration for me. I'm glowing more than usual.
Sunbeam
Okay.
is a line spell, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I went up into the air, because I didn't want to hit the things that are standing in front of me.
Nice.
I mean, of the unnatural things that are standing in front of me, I only wanted to hit one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Bright uses hyper beam, opens her jaw wide.
I think of it as being, like how the Death Star makes its...
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Except I'm using like my eye sockets and my nose hole. It's just like... Okay, that's all.
All right, Mordecai, you're up.
Well, it's gonna get. Oh, do I want to use that?
If you have something that relies on an attack roll, because you will have advantage on it right now.
I will. Okay.
So,
'cause
like-
it's guiding bolt or guardian of faith. So.
Guardian of Faith, it has to move. So I would probably suggest guiding bolt as the better option here.
You know what? That's what I am gonna do. I'm gonna do that at a 3rd level.
Most damaging first level spell in the game.
Oh, I should have rolled that with advantage. Haha. Haha.
18 hits.
18 will hit anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you need to see if you get a crit, because you might.
Well, let's try for a crit. Let's see what happens. Nope, that's just the same thing.
It's not.
Nope.
So that's 22 damage.
Some poopy radiant damage too. My goodness. Y'all need to go for something I'm resistant to. Come on.
No.
No.
Please.
No.
No.
Casimir, you're still inspired, right?
Yes.
No, I use that.
I know you got inspired again by
Yeah, you got inspired again, which I didn't mark down on my sheet. Whoops.
What level is Guiding Bolt, by the way?
I cast it at level 3.
3? Okay.
And Sunbeam is level 6.
Oh,
in case
thank you.
were
Yeah, I was...
tracking it.
I thought I might have been, missing something. Alright.
I don't like that you're tracking spell slots, Maddie.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Because that sounds dirty.
Now you know why I cast a spell that only needs 1 spell slot use.
Right. I am still concentrating on Dawn, and
You can always inspire Derpy Snake you so he can maintain grapple.
The grapple. Or me. I'm here too.
Professor often doesn't need it. I'm gonna inspire Derpy Snake. If it counts as a creature I can inspire.
He does. Because it is a creature that is an ally to you. It is because it counts in conjure animals as friendly to you and your companions. So yeah, counts as a valid
Derpy
inspired.
Snake is inspired. As well as Casimir. Casimir was already inspired, so.
Alright. Then I suppose it'll be up to me then, huh?
That does it for my turn, yeah.
Okay. Professor
Cool.
Cypherius.
Yeah, I just need to check something real quick. That's an action and not really worth it right now. Alright. I'm gonna go 1. I will have advantage on these due to the restrained condition. Because its attack rolls have advantage against the creature. The restrained creature have advantage, and the attack rolls that the restrained creature makes have disadvantage. It's an 18. So
17
it'll
hits.
be 19. It'll be 19, 29,
Okay.
and 24.
Got it.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, and then my hex damage and my Hexblade's curse damage. So 10, 22, 36, 56, 59 points of damage.
Hot damn.
And it's just cantrips. Just cantrips and like.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
think I'm
gross.
Yeah.
Warlocks are dirty, but I love it.
Well, just
I need
wait.
to play a
Right?
proper warlock.
Okay.
Well, just think, right? When I get into combat, I'm even into physical combat. I'm even worse.
The weird bubbled flesh, this disjointed, unnatural, just even to look at. It may mimic like frog flesh or smooth, rubbery flesh, but there's something deeper and unsettling to it all. And even its injuries just are. Ugh. However, it's not looking really good right now. And so what it is going to do, it has a snake, just kind
It
of
can't move.
doing its
And it's
thing
got
here. But what I would like to have happen is Casimir, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw. Now, this is an enchantment, but I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Is it a spell?
Inspired.
This is a spell, yeah. And if you're inspired, you can try rolling that as well. All right.
16.
That is not going to be enough. What happens is this Casimir face that is kind of protrudes out, is telling you to betray the snake. in like a growling predatory, like you're superior to that creature. You don't need it. Prove yourself. You all see as this same kind of like wrought iron starts to like grow out of Casimir's head, like what we might call antennas. And just in this impossible motion, just has these jags of metal rippling through Casimir's flesh and hair, almost like it doesn't exist. Like it's not leaving scars, it's not rending the flesh, but it would be like a boat traveling through water and almost creating like a wake across the forehead and in the hair as it goes around. And so Casimir has a crown of madness upon his head. Now, what this is going to do, you have a madness glows in your eyes, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on your head. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of your turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I mentally choose. Target can act normally on its turn if I choose to, but why do that when I can have you just lop the head off your snake? On your subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target. So we'll see where that goes. So it's going to spend its turn making you its thrall, Casimir. And Casimir, I need you to roll to decapitate your snake, please.
Hold on. Before that happens, right?
Does that happen on
'Cause
Casimir's turn, or is
It
that...
happens on Casimir's turn. So there is things that happen before that. Like a save against Dawn.
It is a concentration spell. That's true. It is, must use its action before moving. Yeah, so I guess I don't get a freebie on my turn where I get it to attack you. Okay. Let's save against Dawn. This might not even be an issue if I roll low. That's going to be a 26 save. And
that's 7 damage.
7 damage. But
And
hey,
DC 10 save.
269 points of damage. /roll 2d20. It will maintain its concentration. And I need Casimir to I need you to make a melee attack against your snake, please. And I believe because it is also bound up, you would have advantage on this roll.
It itself is not restrained.
Yeah, it's not.
So, no. It's
it doesn't affect both of them at the same time?
No.
That's
Nope.
alright.
Only attacker, only the victim.
Alright. Then roll normally. I imagine
Let's see,
17
it's
will hit.
12. Okay, hold on. I gotta pull up. Okay. Do I have to hit it, Max?
Yeah. I want you to kill it, please.
Alright.
And then you got a Colossus Slayer.
Aren't you? Don't you get a?
Yeah, let me forget about Colossus Slayer.
Hey, Casimir, before we do this, I hate to try to roll back history. Did you take your advantage on the wisdom save?
Yes, I did, and I still
Okay.
failed. And I used,
Okay.
I used inspiration, and I still failed because I can't
Okay.
make save.
Just making sure.
And do I have to take my bonus action?
Well, no. To rules lawyer myself, this simply says that charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself. So, unless I miss something in errata, it just says I'm wasting your action to make one attack against something I choose. So
Yeah.
you don't need to you
I
don't
only need to
use
do-
your bonus, and you use your action to make one attack.
Oh, okay, it's actually the one attack.
You could
Yeah,
probably
so in
use
that
your
case-
second attack on the Well, it depends
Eh,
on how Maddie wants to rule it.
Well,
But you might be able to use your second attack and/or your tail whip on the monster.
Yes, I could.
I would say you couldn't attack it because you're also charmed by it, and it gets to
yeah, that's true.
like so you have the status condition charmed, and then it uses up your action to make you take a swing at something it wants you to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. You can't attack it
can't-
if you're charmed by it, so that's
Yeah.
true.
Now you can move if you wish. You have your movement. I believe that is yours to. So you can run away if you don't want to hurt anyone else, or you can stand your ground, or... also, how many hit points does your snake have?
He has 47 left.
Oh, 13, whatever.
Trying to track something. I have so
Alright,
many abilities.
so that would be Casimir's action then.
Yeah.
Oh, did I DC?
No, I can all still hear
Yeah,
you.
I can see and hear you.
Okay, just everything froze for a sec. There we go. Much better. Everyone's
I've been
moving
doing that
again.
this whole time, so.
I'm going to use my movement. Go here, so I'm not within range of Derby Snake View.
Okay.
Also, I'm not laying down padded webs. I'm on my couch. It's my couch office desk.
Is that your turn, Casimir?
Yeah, if I can't bonus action attack.
No.
Yeah, no, you can't attack it. That's a shame.
You can attack the floor.
No,
Clang.
that'll do much good.
Hold on. Cypher, are you in the air?
I am.
How high?
I'm like 10 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Cause you're in my range. Can you move on your turn?
Yes, I can.
I
That's
have
fine.
10-foot range. Just like move back.
Yeah, you got the big old extendo arms.
I got my stretch arm shrunk arms.
Yep.
Big noodle
It's
arm.
alright. I literally float 30 feet up and I'm out of your range.
Okay.
Now you're in my way.
Well, you were on the ground and floated 30 feet up, right?
Yeah.
That'll be my
Yeah, I'm 10 feet up, so I'd be 10 feet above you.
Okay, that's fine.
Derpy
All right.
Snake gets to move now. And by move, I mean he's going to just constrict harder.
Okay.
Wank, wank.
He has advantage.
Squeeze.
Grappling. Correct?
Yes, that's restrained.
Yeah, he has advantage, so 16 plus 6.
22.
Damage.
Squeeze the life from this
Okay.
creature.
He does 18 damage.
18. So that would be 287. Let me check something here. Okay.
And that is my turn.
We come back up to Bright. Bright, this thing is being squeezed. You hear things that are popping and disjointing. It's looking pretty rough. These faces are still gnashing and gnawing underneath this rubbery flesh. They seem to be quite agitated. What are you doing?
I'm floating here and taking a shot with my sunbeam.
Okay. Pew.
Oops. It's not a very good roll. Actually, I guess that's about average. That's a con save, DC 18.
Boo. Just by one, I miss it.
24 damage then.
I'll take it, 24 damage. Also, you're blinded.
Boo. What level spell was that?
It's not a... I mean, it
not
was
an
level
additional
6, but I
spell.
don't cast... I don't use...
Oh,
don't expend another
this is
spell slot.
you maintain the
concentration.
damage. Got it. All right, never mind.
Yeah.
That's the same with Dawn, too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not exactly like Dawn, because I can change the target. But there's only one target, so...
I can move Dawn.
Okay, well, it's... Alright, well, anyway, it's my action to take the shot.
Sure. The sunbeam comes down and puts another like bubbling sizzle down this thing's back, and with a disturbing roar, it falls down and it's kind of twitching on the ground.
Oh, looks like we beat it.
Dawn's just gonna keep cooking it.
Okay.
So my crown of madness is gone.
Your crown of madness does drop, yes.
Yay. I am sorry, Derpy Snake, but you did good.
Yep, I'm just cooking this thing till Dawn runs out.
Okay.
Derpy Snake just like opens his mouth and slowly starts consuming a tentacle.
And as that happens, all 5 of Cypher's eyes look up to the Abishai with this menacing look of, "You wanna try now?"
Let me turn that down. What makes you think the battle is over? You haven't proven anything yet. The fight continues. You want to say anything, you can.
Here comes a
Well, I mean-
new challenger.
I go back up to full hit points. Thanks to Hexblade's curse.
I mean, I'm keeping my sunbeam active.
Sure.
As soon as
Dawn
the
goes for
next
a minute, so.
as soon as the next thing comes out, I get to mark it with both my Hex and my Hexblade's curse. So
All right.
Wait, isn't Hexblade's curse only once per short rest?
yeah, I've got Master of Hexes, which allows me once a creature that I had the curse on dies, I could use a bonus action to change it to another creature
Oh,
whilst
that's
it's still active.
nice.
That would be 1.
It was the gestation pod for those.
3. Wait. There. Yep, okay. And let me do one thing here. And then I need to grab a thing from the library. Okay, that's his reference. There is a big pile of flesh that's still there. I don't imagine the mobility of it will be an issue for, well, those of you that fly and such. However, it is there. I mean, if you want to use it for cover or something, maybe you could be creative. I'm keeping it off the grid here if you want to visually reference something. But what you see now, this blue Abishai snarls, tells you that the battle's not over. The effects are continuing to rain down on this thing. And you see being birthed out of each of these wriggling tendrils. Like, you see where the faces were kind of wiggling before, they pull back, and there's just a moment where there's no movement, nothing. And then there's just these weird, crunchy, slurpy noises coming from inside this thing as its dead body is kind of wiggling. And then there's just like this bulbous, like, coming out until they are kind of squirted in a almost comical tumble out each of the 4 tendrils here at its extremities. And they're you in your current states, but they're very much not you because they have this replication of nature, even so much as you've come to understand or accept that this, the fiends have a natural hellish appearance, some consistencies. These are mimicries or mockeries of those consistencies. So, Casimir would appear as this silver dragon, but for some reason might reflect like a gold light off of the light that's in this room. So it doesn't, you get it, the physics work, but it doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be reflecting this color. The smile on Bright appears very, like, almost too real for if it was just a flaming floating skull, that'd make you comfortable. But the fact that the skull can actually almost manipulate its bones and turn them up just slightly to give you more of a fleshy smile gives you the heebie-jeebies. As these four things are birthed back out, and we will. So Bright was the one who landed the killing blow. This is going to take us through as we had a quick little conversation with Abishai. This thing wasn't doing anything. For those of you under the curse, that wasn't something that had to maintain, so you would still be hearing those whispers, especially as these things that were birthed from it were kind of the things that were whispering to you. So what I'm going to say is the rest of round 4 was some banter, and then we are moving into we're going to say the start of round 6 begins with Bright. As these things have kind of slurped through, you've been like saturating this thing with magical energy. But for record keeping, for spell maintenance, the rest of that turn, spells would have been on and cooking, and we're now at the start of the 6th turn for you tracking any of your spell effects.
You mean things because you said that was the end of the 4th.
Correct. The fifth, there was still, they were being birthed. Like there was nothing there to deal damage to except the corpse. The Abishai was still taunting, saying, "You think the battle is done yet?" So the rest of the 4th went the 5th round. Those things were kind of like making bulbous like motions through the tendrils. They were birthed out at the end of that round, and we're at the top of 6 with Bright. And once more, this crowd cheers more and more as the battle continues.
Are you doing something, Bright?
I've been muted this whole time. Okay, so according to my calculations, I should be 12 squares away from my doppelganger. Is that correct?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's within range of my sunbeam, which is a 60-foot range.
Ah, phew.
So, assuming I have a clear line of sight, because there's the professor, and how high up is the bright doppel brighter?
This thing was 30 feet high. If it kind of like splorped out of it, I'll say 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Then I'll just take a shot with sunbeam at my doppelganger.
Okay.
So DC 18 con save. Do you need my stats for that, or?
I will. Yes. I will need you to roll a con save, please. Hey, there's a critical number. You keep rolling. You're rolling so well for yourself.
You've crit saved yourself twice.
I've crit saved against myself twice. The
Is
red
that
and
an all
green
or
dice
nothing,
are
or does
not-
it still take some damage?
No, it's still half. She's just
Okay.
not blighted.
Okay.
And then Mordecai.
Actually, no. I'm going
No?
to go ahead and move to here. And I'm not going to change altitude. I'll stay at 30 feet.
Sure.
Okay, that's all.
Mordecai, what are you doing?
The X's are just to distinguish them between them and us, right?
Yes.
They're flopping around though.
They're manifested. They're not prone or anything. They're just birthed into reality.
Standing. Okay. That does mean that Dawn is still up. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Dawn where it is. And what am I doing? Oh, boo! I can't catch them all.
They're not Pokemon.
Sacred Flame on Mordecai. On himself. On that boy.
Okay.
That is.
And he must make a dexterity save? I guess I'm doing that with
Make a dex save against yourself.
He fails.
How dare you? I thought that was your thing, Mordecai. All right.
Bonus action. I'm inspiring the professor.
Thank you. Thank
Unless
you
you're already
kindly.
inspired.
I am not.
Okay, you're inspired now. Have at.
But that'll make it my turn.
Yes, it does, Professor.
So, bonus action moves the Hexblade's curse onto the other version of myself.
Okay.
And then there will be blasts.
Pew pew pew.
Do those hit you?
One of those is. Oh wait, no, because I don't have any anything giving me a. Unless I manage to like catch it by surprise or it's something like that, I'm not gonna have advantage.
No, but it would like to reflect those spells back at you.
It could reflect one of them.
It shall do so.
So I get to go ahead and make an Eldritch Blast against myself.
There we go. So I'll take that. I'll take that.
Oh,
24,
and you wouldn't
30.
believe what I'm. Well, guess what? You wouldn't believe what I'm gonna do.
Oh.
I'm gonna reflect it straight back. No.
No, you. Oh, no, reverse card.
Oh no, reverse.
So that's gonna be
That does spend your reaction though.
Yes, it does, but it has to be the one that yeah, the spell attack missing. So it means I get the 3 hits. Dankeschön for letting me have the 3rd hit that would have missed otherwise.
Well, how's that? Because doesn't it turn the one that would normally hit it?
No, turns a miss.
Oh, it only turns misses.
So if the spectator makes a successful saving throw against the spell, or its spell attack misses it.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you'll get all 3. Give me your damage. As we have this Legend of Zelda style bouncing spell back and forth.
8 and 7 is 15, and 12 is 27, plus 15 because of the Hexblade's Curse is 27, 37, 42.
Okay.
Which, considering if this thing had the hit points that I had, it's almost dead. As in, it's on like 1 hit point.
It is taking 42 points of damage.
Cool. So that's my take. That was my bonus action and my action, and I actually think that I'm gonna go move. Yeah. Yeah, move up and away over to here. I can't move myself, so you're gonna have to move me.
Oh, where are you going? Show me again, ping.
Over here.
Boop.
Up and away.
Yep. Up and away. Okay.
So whose turn is it now?
Probably
It is my turn to do
the
something.
one who turns.
Anything at the start of the turns for the abominations that were born into the cylinder of light?
No, it's end.
End?
At end.
Okay. Bright. Bright, what's your fly speed? 40 feet?
40.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And Casimir, if you want to make an opportunity attack, the Professor Simulant is going to be leaving your threatened range as it's going to fly up to him.
Alright. Let me just point out that if I hit him, he can't move. It's a 30 hit.
That is gonna hit.
All right. So he tries to move, and you deal 10 damage. You tear into this thing, you stop it moving, and inside is not guts or bone or whatever the hell these things would have inside them to make them move. It just seems like a sucking emptiness. Like a cold, starless sky. There's dimension. It's almost like you can see the back of this thing's spherical body, but at the same time there's no light and there's nothing inside that would have this thing be reasonable in any degree. Well, guess I gotta attack you now with it. But,
What's she gonna do?
before that, I want to... I want to start up here and... in a voice that is yours, at the same time a discordant, almost a sucking sound instead of a blowing of wind over your vocal cords, which you're very good at doing considering you're a singer and entertainer. This thing just looks at you with life simulant eyes, and I am the better man. And
Oh, that's gonna be uncomfortable on the voice.
yeah, it is, but I'll do it for you. Says in reverse, I am the better man, and lunges forward. And this is going to be...
Is he making a melee attack, or is
Yes.
he making a...
Yep, making a melee attack.
Depending what he's using, that's only a plus. That's only like a +7 on dexterity.
Oh, that's your AC.
That's my spell attack modifier, not my melee attack modifier.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's
true.
only a 9.
So, all right, it's a little bit less. Goes to rake at you with your own claws, like even sort of whip at you, like trying to just make contact with you at all. Inhaling that I am the better man. and as it passes by, I mean, Mordecai, you're a vampire, you understand the consumption of other people's essences. That's at least normalizing the fact that you can justify your eating or drinking kind of like you used to do when you're alive, but even to you as a vampire that has this maybe more horrific form of ingestion or consumption, this thing was trying to actually, like, an existential part of you just got a chill. Like, your being was, like, a portion of your being was being itself targeted for consumption, where you would be losing a part of yourself.
Do not like.
Give me that which makes you you. Give me that which makes you you. Well, how dare you? All right, now we're going to continue with more attacks. I am going to have this weirdo Casimir strike out at less weirdo Casimir. This is a melee attack. Oh, come on. Very similar.
Again.
This thing, like, reaches, like, it's attacking with your physical stats, including any of the weapons that you would have had, but it's attacking, like, barehanded in this case, because it doesn't have items, but it is still a reflection of you. So magic attacks are off magic, physical's off of physical. Anyway, you'll end up blocking it. Similar. This thing wants that which makes you you, and as it tries to attack you, you feel a part of yourself, gently drawn upon, but not drained by this creature. And it roars in frustration. You can't defeat me otherwise. As for the Professor, you can physically attack, though, Casimir.
I can physically attack Casimir, yes. I have a bite right now, and,
What's your bite?
the bite is...
Is that a plus 11 to attack?
No, it's only strength-based, which will make it a plus 4.
Only a 4?
Yeah, because I have a deck 1 strength.
Well, right, but your proficiency, like, if you're biting someone, you...
Yeah, I have a plus 5 proficiency bonus, and then -1 for strength. Therefore,
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Get a better simulation of yourself. Come on, man. Hey, all right. No, wait.
Well,
Damn. I needed a 23.
no. And the really funny thing about it is that
Casimir's just standing there watching them try to hit him.
Yes. Nega players, I need you to step up.
if it were
throwing rocks
actually
at a
me,
tank.
it'd have packed. If it were actually me, it'd have packed weapons, the ability to use charisma. But the thing is, it's not me. It's a vapid recollection of me.
All right.
that is.
Well, so once more now, Casimir, this sort of uncanny you certainly tried to swipe at you, and a part of yourself was feeling threatened. This like inverse professor went to bite you, and while it also missed, it felt like a different part of your existence was being grabbed at or targeted to be consumed. It will also say in a horrid reverse inhalation of an exhalation, "You won't put me down so easily. You don't know what makes me me."
I don't care.
Stop ignoring my enemies. Our eviler Bright is going to open up on Bright with a you're a flame skull too, so fire wouldn't be very wise. I think it's going to open up on you with a double move, because it's going to fly next to you and try to it won't get to on this turn, but it will come up to try and bite you, like it's trying to consume you. And it is also screaming, "Tell me what makes you the real you." Teehee. Okay. We move on from me to Casimir.
Okay. Therapy Snake is going to constrict fake Mordecai.
Okay.
Plus 21.
21 hits.
8 plus 4 damage. 17 damage.
Okay.
And he is grappled and restrained.
Okay.
That is his turn. And now it's my turn. I'm going to start with not Professor.
Oh, there's a crit.
Colossus Slayer. Is he still up after this?
Yes.
Okay.
22, 44, 51.
It's going to get
Pretty
killed.
58.
58 points of damage total. My goodness. That puts it... Ugh. It's taken 110. You are slashing away. The outer layer of this thing has been cut to ribbons. There's almost nothing left on this empty space, yet is somehow also three-dimensional, not just negative space, or it's both convex and concave at the same time. Three-dimensional yet two-dimensional. You can see the other side of it despite there nothing to see through or a surface against which any sort of light should reflect or show curvature. This thing is as a void. This seems to be the very shape of the professor, simply in pure negative form.
That is my turn.
Okay. That comes back up to Bright. Bright, you have yourself trying to bite yourself.
Okay, so I'm about 30 feet up,
Yep.
and so is other me right in front of me?
Yeah.
Okay, and then how high is other professor?
Other professor is, we'll say 10 feet off the ground, since Casimir can still reach that level.
Okay, and what about other Mordecai?
Ground level, right with Mordecai.
Oh, I meant other Casimir.
Oh, same, also grounded.
Okay. So what I'm gonna want to try to do is line up a shot where I can catch both other me and other Casimir in the line of sight, but not regular Casimir. And I feel like I should be able to line that up because other me is right in front of me, and then I can just kind of aim it.
Oh, yeah. So you might have to move there, and then you could angle the shot or something.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, other me's right in front of me, so I don't know. I mean, it's definitely within the scope of what could be done with
you're a little 1 foot skull kind of floating around in that space. That's fine.
Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So that's DC 18 for, ooh, that's a good roll. For 34 damage, for each of them.
Okay. Well, make a con save for yourself, Bright, and I need a con save from Casimir.
Hey, I didn't make
I
my
can't
save.
fix his.
Oh, yeah. Yay, we didn't
Comes-
pass.
Comes in handy
Woohoo!
this time.
All right, 34 radiant.
Yep.
So
Radiant
that's
damage has been
8.
pretty clutch.
All right. Your beam tears through yourself, and I believe it blows off all of the the color of the flame and the skull, so that you have this negative space that is there, but any sort of skin or semblance has been melted away by your sunbeam. And then Casimir, you've taken some damage, but otherwise you're still hanging in there. You have a couple tears in your exterior that are showing some of this negative space, sort of bleeding into and out of reality. But you still have most of your flesh. Okay. Anything else, Bright?
Yeah, there is actually. So when it comes to the dawn, I can move through it. I just can't start my turn there, or can't end my turn there. How does that work?
Can't end,
Can't end your turn.
if you want
Okay.
if you want to avoid damage.
Okay, just 1 second. Oh, that's disappointing. Okay. And the ceiling, the actual ceiling is 150 feet up, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a Misty Step. Boop. To go 25 feet straight up.
Okay.
30 feet straight up, I mean. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my regular movement to go 40 more feet straight up.
Okay.
So I go 70 feet straight up.
Yeah. Boop. The negative you gives an inhaling growl.
Okay. Okay, bye. That's all for me.
That which is yours. I want that which is yours, it rasps. All right. Mordecai.
But okay. I don't really want to move Dawn because I don't really want to hurt Derpy Snake, but I want to hurt Casimir and the old Casimir, the derpy Casimir, and the derpy,
Derpy Casimir.
I don't want to hurt real Casimir. Well, they'll get hit by it, but they'll get hit by it before Casimir.
Kaz does. Yep.
So I think I am gonna move it. Like these to catch them. With my bonus action. So that's that. And then I'm going to Sacred Flame Ham.
Pew.
Pew pew.
All right, deck save.
He fails.
Well, if you're to roll another red number, this is the time perhaps to do so. 16 radiant damage. All right.
And if he has my same weaknesses, that's double.
Oh.
Okay. You.
Because I'm vulnerable to radiant.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
It is.
So if that's the case, I'm resistant to radiant damage. But I'm not resistant because I'm a flame skull. I'm resistant because of Blessing of Orcus.
Okay.
So resolve that as you will for fake me.
That was so it's a little bit less damage. 17 less. So that would be 51. So she's at 41. Okay. You haven't quite torn away her outer shell just yet, but it's pretty darn close. Really, really weird watching like negative fire flicker around you in real space. But you dashed off afterwards, so you don't have to look at it for too long. Okay. Yeah, you pour on, and Mordecai, you are now standing in front of this, not really a reflection, in maybe some weird dark way, but it's you, just, it's three-dimensional inversity. It is everything that is not you, that is you. It was wearing your skin, it was talking with a similar cadence. You've torn away the physical veneer, but it still seems rather upset at you and wants whatever this thing is. You know, it wants to be you. It wants to, you know, whatever makes you you. Anything else, Mordecai?
Are the abomination. I just tell it, you are the abomination here. And just kind of stare it down.
Sure. You would still be under the disadvantage for charisma checks because it hasn't been a full minute yet. However, I would give you advantage in this situation. Go ahead and just roll an intimidation. Straight up. Now, if you have other little flippity flops or something that you want to use, you can pump yourself up, but...
Peerless skill.
Yeah, that's a thing that you can do. Self-inspire on an ability check. Lawbard's Capstone.
Yeah.
That'll be a 23 then.
That's all of my inspiration, though.
Okay. Can you say one more time, like, as you're growling or you're talking down through intimidation of this thing, can you tell me one more time how you're, like, addressing it or what you're saying?
I'm saying you are the abomination here.
What? No! No! It just sort of collapses in on itself with a vacuum, a slight sucking, like a, but in reverse sound.
And he just kind of fiddles with the Ouija symbol on his neck for a moment. And that's my turn.
Okay.
That would make it my turn.
Yeah, it is now the professor's turn.
Yeah, so bonus action, moving the hex onto the copy of me,
Okay.
and then 1, 2, 3.
Wow, pretty consistent. Yeah, 3 pew-pews.
Pew. 15, 28, 35. $59 points of damage, and
169 total.
looking at this thing, and Cypher would just shake his head.
Your...
Vapid.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
A vapid void of a thing. What a shame for you, this ends shallowly at best.
Your force bolts fly from your eyeballs, streak across, and they do contact. Even though this thing is a negative, it's so contradictory. It is such a thing that does and doesn't exist. You shouldn't have hit, but you do because it does. At the same time, it doesn't. This is still like this exists under the withering fire of your blasts and the axe that shredded off the sloughed off flesh that it once wore that was resembling the spectator you. And I'm sorry, can you repeat your words one more time? I wanted to make sure I caught them.
A vapid void, and nothing more. Such a shame to send shallow at best.
Such a shame that it's what at best?
That this ends shallow at best.
Ah, okay. Make an Arcana at disadvantage.
Plus,
Okay.
you're still inspired.
I am. That'll be useful. Exceptionally useful. 15.
Okay. There's kind of a hiss coming back, or the sound of this thing just in reply. You don't know! And it still hisses and spits even in this state. Any other parts of your turn, Professor?
No, I mean, I'm probably not going to be able to take another shot at that right now.
Okay.
So I'll have to wait until next turn. Which makes it their turn.
The black and pink flaming skull double moves, like is just tearing up to the ceiling after Flame Skull Bright. Tell me, shit on me. Then we have the Professor, who is going to try and move once more to get to the Professor.
Does the 19 hit?
19 does not hit. Whoop, oh,
Okay.
nope, that stays. I grabbed the wrong thing. Here we go. There we go. Boop. And it is going to... 21 will hit.
Interesting. No.
Okay.
Oh. Oh no.
What level is that spell? 3?
1.
2?
1.
1? Okay.
1.
Okay. A shield goes up, and you block yourself from biting yourself, but Professor, a part of you, actually, because you had something like this affect you before, when you were covered in those scabrous like scales, mechanically you had a minus 2 charisma, I believe it was. And that was, the way that you presented yourself now felt alien and foreign. You had trouble talking. Your appearance was obviously a lot more drastically changed. There's these other things that we can conceptualize in a physical sense. This thing seemed like it was trying to eat your charisma. Like, it was trying to consume a part of you that isn't a fleshy part. Like, it is an intrinsic, intangible part of yourself. And... this Casimir doesn't want to... Well, this Casimir might want to, actually. Yeah. It'll move here. Just to almost, like get in your way to prevent you from leaving this, this circle. And, is going to try and attack you.
Yes. Also, we lost a Fluffy.
Oh.
His interwebs died.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. Casimir.
17 does not hit.
Start hitting yourself. Start hitting yourself. Okay. It once more tries to, like, grab out at you, and, you just get this chill, as not even it's not even that you're afraid it will injure your skin or break a bone. This almost just feels like you would dwindle from reality itself. But that doesn't happen, fortunately for you. Does
he end his turn there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Constitution save.
You have it. Go ahead and make a con save, Casimir.
I hear you, Fluffy.
You have it so easy. Give it to me.
Constitution?
Yeah. I know, I'm asking Casimir to make a save.
And that's also 68 damage if he's the same weaknesses vampiric as Casimir.
Yeah, Casimir's a vampire.
That's 68 damage.
Which
That's a lot of
means that,
damage.
Casimir, you're also vulnerable to radiant damage.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Okay.
I should know that.
Casimir, this daylight pours down, and you see the Casimir thing that was covering this void. There's no semblance of it. It is just, it's a nothing you. But it's hissing, it's vengeful, spiteful. It wants what you are, who you are, what you have, who you have. As it seems to, it's operating on this liminality between tangible and intangible. That is my turn, because I'm just playing catch up with Bright. So Casimir, we come to you. What are you doing?
Okay, speaking of Dawn, if I were to put Derby Snakeyu, if I was to put him here, would this bit affect him?
Yeah, because that's all, it's touching this square.
Okay. So that was like 25 movement. I'm going to have him do a bite attack because he has 10-foot reach.
Okay.
20 plus 6. A 24 does hit.
Yeah, it does. Well, now you hit yourself. All right, I see how it is. Okay.
That does 2d6 plus 4. No, I misrolled. 2d6. Okay, so it does 11 damage. And then, because Bright and other Bright are in the air, I'm going to have Derpy Snake move back one.
Okay. The snake strikes out and would seemingly make contact or a hit with this thing. However, it doesn't seem to be able to do so. There's nothing for it to wrap around, even though it does seem to do, like, it kind of goes
It
for
is
the
a
twist.
bite. It's a bite attack.
It should have, well, it should have been a hit. It like the mouth, like even for a briefest a second, seems to stop, and then it continues through. And this shadow, you sort of like looks back, and you can't see the eyes, you can't see it, but it simply looks at you, and you just get this like predatory like stance. You don't have to see the grin or the eyes or anything, but it just leers back at you, and it just gets this predatory stance towards you. And you get this like odd smile just emanating on a foundational to the cosmos level.
Well, I'm gonna take my turn now.
Okay.
I wish I had advantage.
You do hit. Your axe kind of like makes contact, and you know this dark Casimir does like you get a sound of like a reaction of being hit by a battle axe.
Alright, he's taking damage, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. This false you has taken 108 points of damage. And is apparently taking 27 more.
And I'm gonna ask, does he seem to be more defensive now?
No, not really.
Okay.
That same kind of challenging pose after being happy that the snake seemingly didn't have an interaction with it.
Do you know how that's it? And then my tail lip.
All those green numbers in the second slot.
And then, hey, I can fly. I'm just gonna like move. Not get out of his range or anything. Just kind of like hop over him.
Okay. $27 hits you, right?
Yes.
He's not. Casimir didn't leave his own threat range.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I thought you were flying away.
No, I flew. No, just to be
Like
cool.
a god
I
of
flew-
step.
Oh, all right. You just want to like rise up to T-pose on him. Got it. All right.
I did a big jump.
Okay, got it. Never mind then. All right.
Yeah,
Anything else, Casimir?
that is it.
Bright, we come back to you playing tag in the sky, or in the along the warehouse top.
Okay, so my internet is working again,
Yay.
I think.
Yay!
Alright, so it must have just been, like, my modem is kind of bad. I have to say, it's not good. So, hey, now that I'm not broke, you'll buy new. Okay, so, of the room, so who's still alive? I lost track of who died while my internet was dead.
Fake Mordecai.
Fake Mordecai died, but fake Professor and fake Casimir are still.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And fake Bright did a double move, so she's still right next to me, right?
Yeah, she's chasing after you.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take the. No, I don't. I guess it does. I guess I don't have to because I have blur. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and. Sorry, I spent my turn fixing my internet. I'm gonna go ahead and just take another shot with my sunbeam at my doppelganger.
Okay. Pew.
DC 18 con save. You need con save.
Yeah, go ahead and make a con save.
Haha.
By one, you tease. All right, so that is wait, so is it you're resistant to this? Is that how that works?
Correct. I'm
Okay.
resistant. So so that'll still be half damage. So she'll only take 15 damage.
Yeah.
But she's blind.
Okay. So your sunbeam also does peel away I think it was already peeled away, but she's just a completely negative space. A 3-dimensional negative space of you. And yeah, there you go.
Okay, so before I take my movement or anything like that, I'm going to say, what makes me me is my experiences and my destiny. You don't have either of those for me. And then I'm going to, since I guess she can't have double disadvantage, but I'm going to go ahead and move 40 feet. I'm going to go ahead and move 10 feet straight down, and then I'm going to move the next 30 feet, and I'm going to go across. I'm not under the snake, I'm above the snake. So I'm going 40 feet down total and 10 feet to the right.
Yeah, Bright, go ahead and make a, make an investigation roll.
Okay. Could whoever owns the snake lower it so I
Oh.
can see myself? No, you don't have to move it, just lower it.
Oh.
Like in the stack. No, lower it in the stack.
Oh, oh. I've only been doing this for 2.5 years. You expect a lot out of me.
Send to back.
There
we go.
Okay.
How dare you.
Now investigation that I can do. 22.
You say those things, and this not flaming unskull reverse bright sort of collapses in on itself and out of existence with a pop.
Okay. So I'm still 60 feet in the air. Because that's just how high I was to start with.
Sure.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay. Mordecai.
Makes it Mordecai.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? How tall is Dawn? Okay. So I'm moving Dawn, but I'm only gonna cover here, and it only comes up 40 feet.
Okay.
So Bright's unaffected. She's above the cylinder.
Yeah.
So I'm moving it there. Whoever's in the stands over here is, a hologram anyway.
Dawn is, in fact, a very localized Aurora Borealis in the kitchen at this time of year.
Yep.
At this time of day.
Yeah, at this time of day. You can fly above a beam of dawn light coming down.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
At this time of year, at this time of day, localized entirely within this fighting pit.
You,
Yes. May I see it?
Yes. I have moved that with my bonus action.
Yes.
And my action, what am I doing with my action?
Oh, we lost a dog wolf.
Uh-oh.
Do thing, which is
Am I back?
You're back.
Yes.
Hey.
Go back.
Yeah, the internet in my house stripped.
Let's do a level 4 guiding bolt at the fake Casimir.
Okay.
Oh, might help if I have the attack button. That's gonna be a level 4 spell.
Okay. 19 though will not hit Casimir.
Oh, the fake Casimir? Oh no.
They share the same AC, and it's big.
Yeah, it's like
Big,
23
beefy
or
boys.
something ridiculous.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a spell slot. Goodbye.
Bye, spell slot.
Bye, spell slot. That's it for me.
Okay.
We lost the woo again.
Professor.
I simply look at the negative me. I'm like, you say that I don't know? Oh, but I do know. Because I can see it. You're in the same form as I am. You have the same number of eyes. If you were anything like me, you'd be able to see it too. But yet, you're nothing but a void. So you cannot. Nor will you ever be able to. That is the fate you were condemned to and nothing more.
With that, make a normal Arcana roll.
18.
Your analysis apparently cuts harder than any spell. As you conclude your examination, your eyes having scanned over it, you assert yourself with what you said. And this thing just seemingly evaporates out of existence and unexistence alike. As on this plane, the ethereal, anything you can detect or remotely feel, it's as if it didn't even not exist. It hasn't existed. And it's gone.
And that is the end of my turn. Now it is time for Casimir to overcome his demons, but his demons get to hit him first.
Yes, they do. Maybe.
Maybe. We can
I'd
try.
like to. I'm rolling at a plus 13, but no. Hey, 26.
Hey, that fits.
Yay. All right. Your strength score is reduced by 4 points. And this false Casimir appears it doesn't grow new skin or an outer covering, but it does feel more real. It feels more Casimir-like than that kind of simulation, the hollowness that was there. A Casimir in shape only. Okay, that was my turn. I will take dawn damage.
Yeah, you will.
Casimir, con save.
That's a
A glorious failure.
That's 12 radiant damage.
Okay. Casimir, it is your turn. What are you doing?
What do you have to go and hit me? I'm going to move here because this is within my range. And I would also like Derpy Snaku to move here? Because he should be able to do 10 feet.
2, 3,
Or do a 10 foot
4.
attack.
Is that 25 feet of movement?
Here, so he's
There? Okay.
like right above Casimir. One more. This way. Yeah.
I'm in.
He has 30-foot speed, so.
Okay.
should-
Oh,
should
30.
be-
Gotcha. All right.
And we'll start with him. He's gonna attempt another bite attack.
Roar.
You know, I guess it didn't work the last time.
Nom nom.
Nom nom.
But you know, Derpy Snake, he doesn't learn.
Oh no.
No, he tries to bite the not you, and fails to do so as the not you dodges out of the way.
Derpy Snake is starting to get confused.
And I guess I'm just going to have to whack him now.
Derpy Snake hasn't been himself
18
ever
does
since,
not hit.
ever since Casimir chopped him.
22 does not hit.
Derpy Snake does not know what to think.
13 does not hit. He cursed my dice.
And then you're gonna have to belittle him.
Okay, we are over to Bright.
Is Casimir not going to take a shot at fake Casimir's self-esteem?
I don't know.
Does it require an action? Because I used up everything.
No,
Not
Bright did one of the
it
action.
could. I guess that depends on what you want to do.
If you just want to say a few words, no, just mention that. But if you know, depends on what you want to say.
Mm.
Seems to be the way to get these things to insta-pop.
But I want to fight him. Stop making me solve things without violence.
I didn't prevent you from swinging your axe. You absolutely can keep doing that.
You'll never really be strong. And that is what I say.
Okay. Mechanically, I'm not gonna call for anything in that regard. But you do get like a growl in response. Like a challenge, like, oh yeah, right. Go back up to Bright. Bright, what are you doing?
Okay, so the dawn is 40 feet tall.
Yes.
Only 40 feet tall. Yeah, it's grounded.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop down to 45 feet above the ground,
Okay.
and then move right over here.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually above Casimir rather than below, and I'm gonna take another shot with my sunbeam straight down.
Okay.
So,
All right. Con save, Casimir.
Yeah.
All right.
So 32 radiant.
The damage pours down, and it screams in reverse. It staggers, but it gets back up, and it's in its battle stance still.
Okay, well that's all for
Okay,
me.
just won't quit.
Mordecai.
I am leaving Dawn where it's at,
Okay.
and pew-pewing fake Casimir with a sacred flame. It's a dexterity save.
Oh no, I'm good at those.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can I
Okay.
do it at disadvantage? Actually, it doesn't matter. Dex saves, he takes no damage if he passes. So not even a half.
Well, it's a save or suck, so it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
It hisses, but it kind of sounds like a weird Donald Duck in reverse sound. Is that all, Mordecai?
Yeah.
We're on
No,
to the
well,
oh.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Actually, since I didn't really do anything with Dawn, no, actually, I can do that. Let's do a spiritual weapon as my bonus action,
Oh, all right. Beep.
and I'm gonna pop it right there.
What level are you casting it at?
2.
Okay. Okay. We have a spiritual bonky do. Apparently
Does that
manifests
dispel
as
the
a little
bond?
parrot.
Oh, I was gonna draw just another little shape because I can control my shapes.
Oh, sure. That's fine.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Bye, Peggy Sue.
I miss Peggy Sue.
Yeah.
But
Does spiritual weapon dispel the dawn?
no, because it's not concentration.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's
Cas-
there's a 22 bonk, Casimir,
No.
or
No.
schnicked him with a scythe.
You need
No.
one more point.
Yeah.
Oh, boo.
I'm sorry, I'm buff.
Or a spell that makes him make saves. That works too. Then you can't miss.
Well, there you go. That's my turn.
Okay. Professor, what are you doing?
You know what? I'm gonna fire a couple of eye rays at the Casimir.
Sure.
I have to re-roll one of those because I can't have duplicates. Better. Much better. Alright. 1 fear, 1 wounding, 1 wisdom save, 1 constitution save, please.
Alright. Wisdom.
Frightened for 1 minute.
Con.
That's some damage.
He has all my weaknesses.
Yes, the perfect clone.
13 necrotic damage. But he's also frightened for 1 minute, and not only that, but he has disadvantage on the saves to try and break out of the fear if I'm within his line of sight, which I will be because I would like to move right here, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yee.
There's not
I will
actually any
also.
cover around this place, so
No.
it's not like you
I
can
am.
get out of your line
I
of
am
sight.
also going to say to Casimir, you can't keep beating it with an axe. Insult
Yes,
it.
I can.
Insult him.
Look, he's
Well,
frightened
let
of
me use
me.
action.
He's frightened of me.
I can bash with an axe too, it says in reverse, as it tries to bash Casimir with an axe.
Yeah, no, it gets to reach.
Nah.
It tries to.
I just need a 10. Come on. All right.
And, as it's swinging, Cypher's just like to Casimir. Look, it can't even hit you.
It'll move out of the dawn though. Okay. Casimir, what are you doing?
It's not a snail. He can't insult it. Alright.
It's still in Derpy Snake's range, though.
Yep. Well, he's in both of our range. I
Casimir
would
is
like
not fit for reach.
Drippy Snakey to move here.
Bloop.
And move here. I'm gonna just checkmate him.
Okay.
Actually, I'll move here.
Sure.
I'm debating if I should have Snake you restrict instead. Yeah, I'm gonna have Snake you move closer 1, and he's gonna constrict.
Okay.
Because right now he's not in Dawn.
The snake doesn't seem to be able to actually, like, there's a recognition there's a snake there, but the snake doesn't seem to affect this negative view.
Alright, I'm gonna dismiss him.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Guardian of Nature.
Bloop.
and give myself Primal Beast.
Oh.
I get advantage on strength-based attack rolls.
Okay.
And they also do more damage. So I am going to hit.
Okay.
Maybe. Not that then. Wait, I have an inspiration, right? A bardic.
You do.
I think you have one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have one.
I'm gonna use it for this.
Okay.
Never mind. What the heck?
Oh, jeez, there's a red number, yeah.
Oh, there's a red.
All right.
Okay. Okay,
Casimir
I still have advantage
miss.
on second attack. And I have advantage on tail whip.
Tink.
Oh no.
I'm taking my strength. It's really messing me up. Okay, that's my turn.
All right.
Oh, wait, I couldn't attack anyways. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I could attack. I couldn't do the tail whip. Because that's a bonus action. Yep.
Okay. Bright, is there anything you'd like to do or
I mean,
manifest or say or observe?
actually, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move over here. I'm gonna stand next to him rather than above him, just for the sake of the map. And I want to look around, and see if, I don't want to say the name. I don't want it to count, but to see if our
blue friend.
our adversary, is here and what they're doing.
Yeah, gazing up that way, there's another green creature like Abishai, and it seems to be whispering something to Abishai, who's leaning down his massive frame to listen, even over this green one. So there's something going on up in the rafters. That sort of like solid, armored, kind of rusty figure still stands solid. Doesn't seem to be like listening or doing anything other than just staying there.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and take a pot shot if I can still use my action. I'll go ahead and take a pot shot at fake Casimir. Because why not? I'm actually kind of losing track of the number of rounds.
We are just concluding a minute of combat. This is the beginning of round 10.
Oh, okay. I've got a few more because I didn't cast this on turn 1.
Okay. We see another con save.
I'd say from Casimir.
Yep. Casimir Khan.
Yay.
Yep.
Oh, all right then.
Damage.
All right. Also, he's
60
blind.
of it.
Pew. Okay.
And he's blind.
Yep, so strength attacks at disadvantage. Attacks at disadvantage.
How much health does he have? Jeez.
That's a very good question. I can tell you that he's taken 239 damage.
I can,
So far, it's more than double what I brought in.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure that hit points is the way to kill this monster. Okay, that's
I'm
all.
beginning to think that too. Yeah.
Pretty certain of that.
Mordecai, what would you like to do, say, observe, cast, fight?
Bright, you're still 40 feet up in the air, right?
45.
Okay. I am going to move Dawn so that it just captures fake Casimir.
Yep. Bzz.
And then Spiritual Weapon can move 40 feet under Bright. I'm just going to move it down like this. And can... Oh, I can't move both at the same time. Never mind. Because both are a bonus action. So that's still like right there. So Dawn And then I am, with my action, going to be observing our adversaries closely. And if they see that they're speaking to each other, I want to try and listen in.
You won't be able to with the fight going on, the covering of the mouth, the leaning in. It just, unless you're somehow magically enhancing yourself or something, there won't be any way that you could roll to overhear.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery at Fake Casimir.
Pew. All right.
And I am going to personally insult him and say, you are nothing but a waste of space.
Literally.
Okay. That wisdom save, my
Disadvantage on his
goodness.
next attack.
Okay.
He'd have disadvantage anyway on account of blind.
Pew.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
Okay. That's Mordecai. Professor?
2 con saves, please.
2 con saves. All right.
That's both fails. So
Casimir.
that's another 3d.
Yep.
That's another 3d10, and he's paralyzed. That's 14 points of necrotic damage, and he is paralyzed.
So he's blind. Oh, my cat.
He's blind. He's frightened. He's paralyzed.
Okay.
Look. To add salt to the wound, can someone
We're just gonna
petrify
beat his
him?
will to fight out of him.
Um,
Can someone petrify him? Because that would be the callback of the century.
This Casimir just simply stays there for the turn in the sun under these conditions. I must have what makes you. There's a sound of defiance, but it's barely hanging in there. It can't do anything except take dawn damage.
Oh,
Would you like to do anything on your turn, Casimir?
I would like to try it out. Can I do concept?
Yeah. You're bleeding out all the low rolls for later, I'm sure. Okay. Heavily damaged.
23 hits. Taking Molasses Flare and Primal Damage.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit him again. At advantage, which is
Crit.
31.
Paralyzed wouldn't melee attacks count as crits?
Yes, and yes, they would. So it's go ahead and roll another d6 and a d8 plus another
It should just be
another-
a D8.
another 2d8 and a d6 because the primal beast dice do count.
Well,
Okay.
don't worry about that in the immediacy. As you're attacking, I mean, this is the negative space U is bound up, is showered with magical light, is scared, and you're coming up with your axe, and I mean, these are going to be auto crits, pretty much. I mean, besides swinging your axe, what are you saying or doing besides just making an attack?
He wouldn't really be doing much. He'd be focused on the attack.
Okay.
Beating him into submission, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe in an attempt to intimidate?
So, you go up and you just... This other you is bound up and all this other stuff we talked about. You just unleash into this version of yourself. And you see that not just making a weird kind of contact between material and immaterial that you've been doing, because it's been taking damage, it's been reacting to the hits. Not the snake, but it has been reacting to your hits. Actually, on that note, the spiritual weapon wouldn't have done anything, but there's been a lot going on that I forgot about that. Though it wouldn't have mattered ultimately in the scheme of things here. And you cleave it until you actually see where the negative space that was full of the not you actually seems to like tear in two, where you can see through the nothing to the other side of the room beyond, as this thing just falls apart and quickly vacuums in upon itself. And pop.
Okay.
I just look up to Abishai.
Abishai is looks furious and begins to stomp out to that hallway that he came out of on the catwalk. And the bodyguard is following suit. The green dragon thing is in a very not cowardly, but like a subservient position. And is not doing anything in this moment except sort of just cowering there.
We
And
have
that's the
beat
thing,
your
it's-
game.
That's the thing. Does Casimir get his strength back?
We will cross that bridge because we've gone late. And I don't want to progress because it's going to be another consideration is going to happen. Plus, if you all have questions and table talk about this, we can take care of it. But what we'll do is we will leave in this moment with Blue having gone, the bodyguard following behind, the green one sort of supine and cowering up in the rafters, and you all like, we've done it. Like, now what, right? You know, that kind of, we've played your games.
You've beat your game.
And you will get a reply as the green one will look up, but I want to seed that information to you all when we start fresh anew. So, that is the end of this session. You have beaten the pit. And we'll see what has happened that has caused Abishai to stomp off in a concerned but enraged state with the unemotional, unresponsive bodyguard and a cowering but still maybe powerful green dragon person. For all of you out there in the audience, thank you very much for hanging out. What I'm going to do is I really gotta use the restroom, and plus my PCs might need to talk to me, so what I'm gonna do, I normally raid. I'm gonna turn off the channel because I'm wiggling, and I want to make sure that I can talk to my PCs. So, thank you all for coming by, for the re-ups, anyone who stopped by to lurk, to follow. Thank you very much, and I will see you around on Discord. Remember, tomorrow, technically today, is the giveaway. It's the third Wednesday of the month. You want a box of minis? Stop by and enter the free raffle. because someone in the community was a Secret Santa and donated 5 extra boxes to be given away, in addition to all those that are normally given out from the subscriptions. So, hashtag just saying, there might be around 10, maybe more if there's more generosity, boxes that go out with a free shipping to you. Anyway, I'll see you all around. Thank you.